All right, welcome back to the next pocket knife from my grandfather's collection. This one, the tank stamp is B.O.E. B.O.E. This one, in case you're new to the channel, I'm not a pocket knife expert. I'm not a dealer or anything like that. I'm just going through my grandfather's pocket knives that I inherited. And before I put them up for auction on eBay, I'm just going through them and displaying what I got so everybody can get a kick out of what they are. And I'm going through a lot of surprises and finding out a lot of stuff from this as I go. So keep in mind, I'm not a professional. I don't have any special knowledge. I'm a decent enough Googler. So I'll go through these things and learn about the history of them and relay what I found to everybody here. So this, and also I'm not restoring any of these. I'm putting on some mineral oil to keep them from rusting and that kind of stuff, but that's as far as I'm going. The next person in the chain of custody can do the restorations or whatever they need. This one, my grandfather tried to sell it for $3, so that's kind of fun. It's got mother of pearl handles. B.O.E. I discovered was a trademark of Schreiber, Conchar, and Westphal. They were located in Dubuque, Iowa, and they were there they were using that trademark between 1892 and 1897. So another real old knife, over 100 years old knife. And let's see, Schreiber, Conchar, and Westphal were not manufacturers, they were wholesalers. So other people would manufacture these knives, they would buy them and then sell them to retail locations. No idea who actually made this knife. But it went through Dubuque, Iowa, and I've come to find out in my Googling that B.O.E. stood for Best on Earth. So that's kind of funny. And that's what I know, B.O.E. It's a pretty nice silver pen knife. This main blade is spear point, looks like carbon steel to me. It's in a nice shape. Not a ton of rust or anything. You know, kind of a little bit of pitting and things like that. Kind of standard for these older knives. It's real nice. Snap, at least on this one. The walk and talk is pretty good. Especially for over 100-year-old knife. The smaller pen blade, not as good. So it kind of sticks a little bit. Doesn't really snap very well, but we'll see what a little oil will do for it. Who knows, maybe one day we'll see these on YouTube and somebody actually restoring, although not a lot of restoration needed on a knife like this. This one's a pretty cool one. Dubuque, Iowa, that's the first for the channel. I haven't seen anything out of Iowa, at least not so far. Not too much better. So, you know, a lot of these knives aren't in pristine. I find a few of them in pretty pristine conditions, but not always. You know, these are old knives. What are you gonna do? Oil usually does a pretty good job of taking this masking tape glue off. It's one thing when I do these knives, when I see a price tag on them, that, you know, I don't feel too bad of letting them go because my grandfather tried to let them go. The only time I remember him actually trying to sell them is I heard that he would do a garage sale in the front of his house. And this was in early 90s, maybe late 80s. You know, there was no internet back then. So I don't know how he would have advertised other than just sort of yard signs. And he would stick all these labels on them for people to buy. And it's funny because, you know, I'm getting the leftovers, and boy, the leftovers are really nice. There's been, if you see my other videos, a lot of real nice knives. This is a real nice knife too. You know, if this was the best knife in the collection, I feel like this would still be a really nice collection. But this kind of seems sort of standard middle of the road for this collection. And so I got these pocket knives when my father passed away at the end of November of 2023, which is, this video is in 2024, so this is February, so it's been a few months. So been a bit of a ride coming to terms with that, and one of the reasons I started this channel is to kind of help remember that and relive some memories, get over some things, therapy type stuff, pocket knife therapy. But so, you know, I'm actually super early into getting through all these knives and just had a lot of fun discoveries of these things. I think my grandfather knew a lot more about these knives than he let on. Nobody really, this is just kind of a thing in our family of Grandpa's got a lot of pocket knives, and I sort of feel like it was just left to me to deal with them. You know, it's just so overwhelming that nobody really wanted to do it. So I'm doing it. This one's another real pretty pearl-handled penknife. Shines up really nice. I don't think there's any restoration needed. One last look through here. B.O.E. I like that snap on that main blade. Best on Earth. Best on Earth? Eh. So, 1892, so it looks like about 1897, so 127 to 132-year-old knife. Darn good shape for that old, for sure. It's got a little bit of, you know, whatever this is going on here, kind of pulling back, not the best. But other than that, real solid. Let's look at the blades here. There you go. Okay. As always, on to the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.